everyone, welcome to your first project video. So for your first project, all you're gonna need is paper, pencil, eraser, and a Sharpie. If you haven't had the chance to get your Sharpie yet, you can use a black pen. It's gonna be a little bit more work and you might end up using the whole pen. So I do recommend getting a black marker or a permanent marker. If it's a Sharpie, it's okay. If it's not a Sharpie, that's fine too. But we're gonna be working with Optical Illusion art, okay? It's called Op Art, OP Art. And the precision is gonna be very important. So we don't need a lot of materials, but we do need our materials to be good enough, okay? If you do not have access to a Sharpie or a black marker, then you can go ahead and try it with the pencil. It's still gonna work, but it's gonna be a little bit more work. So just keep that in mind. So gather up your materials and let's go ahead and begin. So because I will be using a Sharpie later, I am backing up my white paper with another piece of paper to protect the table from the marker bleeding. Make sure to do the same. Then first I'm going to need to divide our page in half, both vertical and horizontal ways. I used a ruler to measure my page, then divided total by half to figure out the exact middle. You can also find it by folding your paper in half 2 times, hamburger and hot dog style. Then we need to do 4 diagonal lines. Each one of them have to travel exactly through the middle. They need to divide each quadrant in thirds. Pause the video so you can appreciate where the lines have to come from. Pay attention not to start the diagonal lines from the corners. There are no lines coming from the corners. Once you have made 6 lines in total, we are going to start a line pattern. I'm going to call each section like this a slice because it looks like a pizza slice. Pick a slice and on that first one you will draw an arched little line close to the center, about 2 fingers away. So you can use your fingers to measure so it's not too close to the center. For the next slice, you will have to make another arch line but upside down. So the first one look like a rainbow, then the next one will look like the letter U. Make sure the second line is a continuation of the first one. This means that they have to be touching kind of like they're the same line. We will continue this pattern until we make a loop. One rainbow line, one U line, rainbow, U line. Make sure not to skip a slice and to not repeat a line. I did make a mistake there if you can see, but then I was able to fix it once I double checked. So make sure you double check before you continue. Then go back to the first slice or whichever, and we're going to follow the pattern going up. So if the first line was like a rainbow, then the rest of the lines on that slice will be like a rainbow shape. Make sure to separate them about 2 fingers from each other. Then the next slice and repeat. Now all of the next ones will be a U-shaped line. Remember, all of the curved arch lines have to continue to touch each other. Again, like it is a single line until they go around in a circle, and this will kind of form a flower shape. You can see how I'm fixing my mistake there. I did 2 of the U-shaped lines together, and that's why I had to erase the rest of them, because once you messed up on one of them, the rest are going to be messed up too. So make sure that if you had one mistake, just fix it real quick. The good thing is that we're starting on pencil, so we can erase it. Again, make sure that those lines are touching each other from both ends. Now it's time to fill in some of these squares. I recommend tracing all of the 6 straight lines that we did at the beginning first using a ruler. So do as I say and not as I do. Then we need to start filling some of this up with a checkered pattern. If you want to plan ahead, you can mark with your pencil a letter X in those you will be filling. Remember, the checkered pattern is always one yes, one no, one yes, one no. So whenever you're filling one and if you go next, you skip one and then you fill one. You skip one and then you fill one, as shown in the video. So let me remind you one more time. When you go up, you go one yes, you skip one. One yes, you skip one. And when you go sideways, you also do one yes, one skip. One yes, one skip. Make sure that when you're marking the X's on the squares that you're supposed to color, that you're marking them with the pencil and not a marker in case you made a mistake and you need to fix it. All of the squares, it's time to fill them with the marker. I recommend you to take breaks on this, maybe 3 slices at a time, because the marker can get pretty strong and the visual effects can make your eyes feel tired. So best if you take breaks. And do not worry, because you have until Friday to finish it. Clean up your drawings by erasing all of the extra pencil lines that you might have. When you're done coloring all of your squares, you will notice how it already kind of looks cool. But we're going to make it even cooler by making some pencil shading. So we have been practicing the shading for a whole week now, and this is when it comes to life. If you get a little bit of pencil shading in the middle area, just go over with an eraser just to make that area a little bit lighter, and the problem solved. So go ahead and do that to every slice until you have all of them shaded, and ta-da! You have just created an amazing optical illusion art. Great job! I hope you had a lot of fun with this project. It's one of those things that maybe take a little bit of practice, but it's always so fun to see such cool effects on our papers by only using a pencil and or a Sharpie and a white paper. Don't forget to take a picture of your work. I have a video in Schoology on the white folder that shows you how to take a good quality picture step by step, and also how to upload to Schoology, because that's the way I'm going to be checking for your work. Any questions that you have, you can drop them on the comment section on Schoology. You can also ask me on Zoom. And yeah, happy creating! Bye, see you next week.